Do you see the way I appeared on screen? Very demure, very mindful. Do you see the way my hoodie is laying? Very demure, very mindful, hella respectable. And you don't call no grown ass man like me cutesy tootsie. But listen, don't worry about like, sharing, and subscribing yet. Oh my God, where my man? It's the Six Path Commandments. Six Paths Dice here. Demure and mindful if you need me. I think my lighting is looking pretty good today. Or maybe I just got the glow. But listen, I just found out about this Demure shit. Listen, I felt like Umar Johnson. You understand? And I said, I had no idea that this was even going on. I had no idea that this was even going on. I'm making burgers too. And I had no idea that we got another Teletubby taking over the internet. Dirt Mouth Girl, I don't know what her name is, but Dirt Mouth Girl, move over. I'm about to cook. I'm cooking on a cast iron, and I'm cooking. All right, maybe not Teletubby. That's a little mean for me. I'm gonna find something. You know what? This is a and you know how like Professor X is like an Omega level mutant. This is an Omega level Shirley that we about to get into. Hold on, y'all. Six Paths Commandments, and I'm different. I'm sorry. I you know what? I ain't gonna lie, Shirley. It's fun. All right, so we gonna call her Omega level Shirley. All right, just so we have a little more context. You understand? So
watch we're
fast forward
all
to this
in the
because
right now. Do my makeup for work. Very demure, very mindful. I don't do too much. I'm very mindful while I'm at work. See how I look very presentable? A lot of you girls go to the interview looking like Marge Simpson and go to the job looking like Patty and Selma. Not demure. I'm very modest. I'm very
so you know what? I don't even want to use that. What I want to show you guys is also the trend and what people started kind of doing. Listen, it's kind of fun. I ain't gonna hold you. It's fun. Let's find a few clips. Oh, come on. Oh, 1 second, beloveds.
You see what I'm about to do when I've had a stressful day? Very demure, very mindful. Look at the packaging.
Oh man, I just
very cutesy. I don't have time to take out guts. I'm not prepping an animal to be cooked. I'm very classy, very elegant. You see what I'm about to do when I've had a stressful day? Very demure, very mindful. Look at the packaging. Very cutesy. I don't have time to take out guts. I'm not prepping an animal.
My bad, y'all. Y'all ain't get a chance to see Beloved. Hold on.
You see how I do my makeup for work? Very demure, very mindful. I don't come to work with a green cut crease. I don't look like a clown when I go to work. I don't do too much. I'm very mindful while I'm at work. See how I look very presentable? The way I came to the interview is the way I go to the job. A lot of you girls go to the interview looking like Marge Simpson and go to the job looking like Patty and Selma. Not demure. I'm very modest. I'm very mindful. You see my shirt? Only a little chichi out, not my chocho. Be mindful of why they hired you. Here's your reality check, diva. What's the name you'd like me to make it out to?
Hold on. Relax. Hold on, y'all. They already know I'm getting ready to cook. You hear that? They already know. Hold on, give me a second. Six Paths Commandments still being demure. All right, so that's Beloved right there. My bad, y'all. Listen, we build the planets, we fly it. I'm a human being, and listen, I cannot be 1,000% demure. I'm already like 950% demure, which means by any kind of math, I'm 9 times the demure, nine and a half times the demure that I need to be. Leave me alone. Now I'm joking around. So that's Beloved right there, right? So I originally thought it was some old girl with the lips. You know what I mean? I can't find it right now. I thought I saved it, but I thought it came from there. And let me tell you something. I actually don't hate this. I think it's fun. Okay? Oh. The burgers are getting done. The burgers are getting done. Burgers are getting done. Burgers getting done. Hold on, y'all. I know I keep stopping. Hold on. I mean, like, listen, but you can't tell. You barely miss when I'm going. I'm making burgers. You're never bigger than the burger. You understand? One more time being Demure. Anyway, so let's get into it. My bad. Let me fast forward this show. We're trying to make it a fast show. Trying to make it a fast show because I got that much time. All right. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. If you're watching from Sunday, depends on how fast I put this out. But anywho, so when I seen this and whatnot, I said, okay, this is fun. This is fun. But something actually came up on my feed, and I was like really excited about it. And it was a show from the 2010s called, I think, this was Big Love. 1 second, hold on, what's it called? Big Women: Big Love. And it basically was a reality show about the many L's that big girls took. And also, this was the beginning of there being a lane to take advantage of and sell things to and sell ideas to overweight women, right? And this was the beginning of you starting to see very young women who were very overweight, right? And with this show should have been a case study to prove, okay, most big women have the same experiences. They mostly don't have positive experiences, okay? Like, to this day, you're never going to see a show called Broke Niggas and Struggle Love. It's the best thing ever. It's never going to happen. It doesn't need to happen. You ever thought about that? Doesn't actually need to happen. We don't need any of that. Okay? Don't need any of it. But this show and the language used in the show and these attitudes of these women on the shows, one in particular, the one's going to talk in the beginning, she personifies, she signifies, she is everything that, like, I don't want to say she's the worst of big women, but I guess what I want to get to is men get an appetite for bigger women a few different ways, but one way is having a very positive experience with a big girl. You know what I mean? Where, she gonna be a little faster to get in bed with you. She gonna let you do more sexually and faster, right? She's usually willing to spend money, right? And she usually understands she has to pay big girl tax, and she's gonna kind of try. Don't get me wrong. This is mostly for a dude who don't really got his life together, don't really got a career, don't really take care of himself and whatnot. This kind of woman's going to be a little more attractive to you, but you won't really notice how combative she is, how difficult she is, how she brings your stock down when you're seen with her, how just the negative qualities. Because a lot of times, bigger women are usually more masculine, more confrontational, and they usually are very rigid when it comes to the idea of losing a few pounds. And it's really interesting. And Angry Man made this point about how that women will not up their game or step their game up just for their family and their loved ones. Whereas a man is expected to kind of always be willing to or trying to step his game up as a man and income and all those areas, especially if he has a family. Like, it wouldn't be okay for him to go and just quit his job, all right, and decide, I don't want to work no more. You know what I mean? No, he's expected to kind of keep leveling up. But anywho, this show and the thinking that goes on in this show, it's kind of crazy how it spread to more women. Because again, when I was younger watching these shows, and these girls look big to me now, but these girls look a lot bigger to me, right? So let me go ahead and play some of this these Johns right here. Hold on.
I'm pissed off. There has another rum and Red Bull. I was trying to understand what I said.
It's just disappointing that at a seminar called Supersize Your Love Life that you're getting judged because you don't want to diet. I totally thought that I'd bond with these girls, but
Jess is being totally rude to me.
I'm sorry. I decided to do something better with my life than to learn to love me at fat.
You know what? I really just wanted to play clips from her, because even though her archetype is that she probably was always thick, always had a little size, but because she was cute, she could get girls, she could still kind of get guys, and then at some point the weight got out of control. Now that girl is still very big, but she said she lost 100. By the time she got here, she had lost 100 pounds. So she was 100 pounds heavier before. That's crazy. 100 pounds is crazy. But anywho, so I thought I was playing a different episode, but this is that. Basically, what's going on here is that these girls all met. They all have their own storyline going on, but they all kind of converge at this, like, really, honestly, little talk. I always see these kind of things as like BBW parties. So anyone ever heard of a BBW party? A BBW party is basically a party where guys who like to knock down big girls can come like meet them, and like that's kind of, I think that's the point. It's called the BBW bash and whatnot. So there's actually dudes who were there to pretty much pick up big women for whatever, whatever their motive is. You understand? But what's funny in this clip is, even though I don't really know what's going on, but I think basically the cute one, Jess, I think her name was Jess. She well, you heard what she said. I said I decided to do something better with my life instead of just trying to love me, just being big. And she's actually the one that's actually continuing to try to lose weight and exercise and things like that, right? And you see the white girl storming off, and it's significant because she represents a change, a shift in the thinking of modern women. Because again, at that time, those weights that was very heavy. In terms of like when you see these women, they will really stand out to you back. I think this is 2010, back in 2010, right? So anyway, I'll play a little bit of this and whatnot. So she's storming off. Also, this is actually one of the things that you experience when you date plus size girls a lot of times. They're usually very emotional. And my theory about why they're so emotional is because of the bad diet that the weight comes from. So if you're eating a lot of bread, pasta, all those things like gluten, a lot of sugar, a lot of that stuff is very bad for your microbiome, right? And it's the part of the microbiome that makes you have anxiety, and brain fog and stuff like that, and I think that's a part of what keeps you big, is that you just don't feel as motivated. You're not as logical, you're not as emotionally regulated when your microbiome isn't where it needs to be. So if you're that big, your chances are your microbiome is terrible. All right. And it makes you way more emotional than you need to be.
Jen, she storms off. I don't care, because guess what? I pride myself on losing weight, and I'm not going to be ashamed of anything that I've worked hard on. My success is intimidating for you, but I'll be damned if I go back.
Right. Jessica just wants a freaking medal for the fact that she lost all this weight. And Jen just wanted to like express how she felt. And that wasn't happening with Jessica.
I feel bad. I'm gonna go check on her because something's going on.
So all right, this one is Mar. I mean, so let me say something real quick, and also fair use. I'll tell you something. This show was such a great case study for plus size girls, but it also proves my other point. Some of the finest women be fat girls. In terms of like looks and whatnot, like in terms of like the face game, let me tell you something. Look, I'll tell y'all all the time. I am way fonder. When I'm at a point where you can see my neck, you hear me? You can see my whole neck. My turn from side to side, you can see I take pride in being able to see my neck. But I know I wasn't more attractive when I was bigger. I wasn't more attractive when I couldn't see my chin. You understand? But anywho, and what you also see in that scene is the loser mindset clashing with the winning mindset. Because all of their problems that they're going to talk about, it comes from their weight. It comes from being overweight. It's not because you're doing something right. You know what I mean? So you see that whole clash going on, right? And the thing is that Jess is right. And the way that Mar talks about her and saying, oh, she wants a gold medal for losing all this weight. No. That and again, what they don't realize is this was a part of America as a whole losing its way. Because when you could talk bad about someone wanting to speak on their achievement, that takes so much effort. It takes you changing your whole mindset in order to lose weight and talking about her as if she's wrong. That's wrong. Okay, we're gonna play a little more, man, and I'm gonna get to my point. I'm gonna get more into this some in the future. I just don't have that much time today.
Honestly, I think that the word fat shouldn't exist. It's just horrible. This girl is hurting. And I knew that I had to get up and follow her. I knew this would keep that.
And fair use. And what she was doing by getting up and following her is you're absolving. And this is one thing that a lot of big women do. They want to always be absolved of the work. All y'all need to lose between 50 and 100 pounds. And it's no way in the world that y'all wouldn't be happier. Again, that's like getting a group of guys together and they're trying to deny. And let's imagine we had a group of guys together and it's possible for them all to make an extra $25,000 to $60,000 a year. And then most of them are just arguing with you and saying, I don't need to make an extra 60 grand a year. I just don't need to. Why should I have to make more? Why? That's how y'all sound. Right? What Marsha should have done is sit her butt down and let her go have a moment. Because all she's going to do is give her feelings some validation. It's a lot like when a kid falls and scrapes their hand, right? When you're a kid, right, and pain is new to you, you're more likely to maybe fall and start crying. But if someone tells you you're okay and you're going to be all right, you're more likely to stop crying, and also you're going to see falling down a lot differently. Because you won't see it as the end of the world. You'll see it as, I'll be okay. I'm okay. Right? Also, victim mindset. Saying that the word fat shouldn't exist. Let me tell you something. Because I didn't see myself as fat for most of my life, I didn't lose no weight. I gained more weight. Sometimes we have to use words. And it's another thing too. Like getting rid of certain words and using other words, it blurs the meaning. Communication. It's something that Kevin Samuels talked about. All right, when he was talking about getting rid of the word thick, because we'll call someone who's very overweight and still call them thick. Thick is supposed to mean that your limbs and your curves and the body parts that make you a man are full. All right, and I'm saying you got a little size to you. A big old belly and extra chins is not supposed to be included in a definition. Because all those characteristics are unattractive. Okay, jowls are always unattractive. Not being able to see your neck is always unattractive. Okay, having a belly where your stomach hangs over, unattractive. Boobs on a man, unattractive. It is my ambition to have no breast. At some point in my life, I want to get to where I have no breast. Okay, so and I know you're wondering, what does this have to do with the Demure lady, right? I connected the two because basically this was the beginning of bigger women being on the world stage and being able to influence the rest of the world. Because you got to think that, okay, body positivity, what it also says is it doesn't matter how big you are, I'm still beautiful. It doesn't matter if I'm in a wheelchair, I'm still beautiful. It doesn't matter if I have one eye, I'm still beautiful. And don't get me wrong, no matter what your situation is, you can think highly of yourself. But the issue is using words that put you above everyone. We use words like beautiful, tall, short, all these things to describe something, right? But when we say everyone is absolutely beautiful or gorgeous or bad, or even especially baddie, a bad chick or chick is bad, that is a compliment to describe a very attractive woman. But the thing about baddie is anyone, anywhere, anytime could be a baddie. They turn down. And no one can argue with you about it, right? I just thought it was interesting that someone like this girl, the Demure girl, let me pull it back up. Somebody like that could have never been relevant in my era. Because matter of fact, when she makes a comment about the clown makeup and all type of stuff, people back then would have made comments saying you look crazy because it's just not really an attractive woman. And but don't get me wrong, I think what Demure means is pretty positive, but someone like this wouldn't have had the balls to put themselves out there. or people who are empirically unattractive in every way wouldn't have the balls to say, let me come online and tell y'all how to present yourselves. And that's nothing that we do too much in American culture is we root too much for the underdog to the point where people embrace being an underdog to the point where you never become the winner. You don't realize you're not really a winner. You're just someone who's unlikely to win. All right. And to me, these people also represent a losing mindset. All right. If you were that size, your focus should not be on no daggone hair. It needs to be on not stop eating for the next year. All right, knock it off. But anywho, I'm gonna get more. So I'm gonna do more reviews and a little more breakdowns on that show. I think it was a brilliant case study. Hopefully, Lifetime don't be hating on your boy. Fair use, I said. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe, man. I'm gonna see y'all soon. Peace.